it takes time, and you know, if you're not, I use this metaphor, it's not a metaphor. You don't get in a car in the morning and just drive around. If you don't know where you're going, you don't just drive around. You know you're going to go to the library, so you take the shortest route to the library. Well, part of that with making records is learning how to drive. You need to learn all the parts about what to do, and therefore, as you learn that, you know all the little things to do to get there. It's so go learn your Pro Tools and make your own shit, and then come to Dan and I will make it better. Like there's a
bar.
Yeah, we'll raise the bar. The higher you can jump, up to the bar, great. We can elevate it further. What he was saying earlier, which is important, is though, just because you made a thing at home that sounds pretty good, don't stop there. Like, don't think that you don't need any further help. Like, I don't mix records. I send my records away to mix. I've mixed records that you hear on the radio. And there's people who are scientists, specialists, who mix records. I'm still not at that place where I feel confident to do that 100%. So, after spending $500,000 or $300,000, then we go spend $200,000 mixing the fucking thing. Why? Because we have to make it that good. I'm not stupid enough to think that I'm capable of doing that. Nor should you be stupid enough to think that after recording your thing and making it 65%, that it's good enough. You need to take the opportunity, possibly the money from here, and make it really great.
And that could be, like Gavin's referring to, lots of money. But you can do the same thing just by handing
I like lots of money.
No, I know, but I'm saying not everyone has $300,000 bucks.
No,
right?
Nobody does.
So you can make it the same way where you break it up. I don't master my own records. I'll mix them, but I won't mastering them. It's like, forget it.
That's some Gandalf stuff they do.
Yeah, it's all that.
It's some black arts.
Yeah, totally. And so you send all that out. But if you can have different people involved in different phases of the record, that really does give the record a fresh spin if they're all competent.
You guys talked a little bit about mixing. Maybe expand a little bit. What does mixing mean? What is someone who's mixing your album? What are they actually doing?
Good question.
Is it just a made-up word?
No, it's a really important process. At the end of it all, what I would hopefully have is, take one song and I have 85 tracks of stuff, 3 different kick drums and 4 different kick drum samples and 12 microphones on the drums and 700 samples on the drums, and then 2 bass takes, 2 bass tracks, and walls of guitars and keyboards and 900 vocals. And I'm sick of these fucking people, and they're sick of me. Somebody's got to sew it all together. So they send it off to New York, and it comes back and it sounds great. And they put it all in their big, the 96 input SSL J console, and EQ each knob, each strip, and compress, and it's like weaving the fabric together. And it's like just putting it all together. I'm sure who knows what mixing is. Who's been So there's it's a really important. It's the final thing to do. I mix record stuff too, but it's is that the best way to describe it? Kind of.
Yeah.
It's balance. It's like balancing. You balance it.
What I found since the digital age has come around, the emphasis is on mastering, and that it's a catchphrase now where a lot of people show up and go, yeah, we're going to record and we want to get it mastered too. And it's like, where did mastering come from all of a sudden, this conversation? We haven't even...
Because people made shit-sounding records and they think then they need to sound it.
No, mastering is a really important word, right? Mastering.
I saw a record the other day and I thought it was fucking hilarious. They listed the songs on the back, and then they listed, bigger than the names of the songs, that it was mastered by Greg Calby at Sterling Sound. Yeah. And there's no producer credit. There was like, no.
Well, they just recorded.
They recorded it and it was mastered. It's like, the problem is the big exciting moment for them was the guy who mastered it. Mastering is the final thing, like the color correction and like just the sonic. They make all the songs the same volume, and there's a little bit of like they take a half dB out at 250 hertz and sizzle up the top end a little bit and turn the volume up. And, they run it through all this expensive equipment and charge you way too much money for nothing, but it makes it worth it. It makes it all glue together. Somehow it's not a creative thing at all. It's a completely technical thing altogether, which is a funny thing in the artistic process. Listing the final technical things. Like taking your movie after you've written the script, you've filmed it all, you know, you've edited it all together, and then the person who takes it from VHS and puts it into, you know, film, you credit that guy. Like, no, that's not right. You know, so that's funny things. Greg Halby is a good mastering engineer.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a master of that first record.